Polite Inquiries, Trent Bridge. Hamish says, is the rain the hundreds' fault? I love every time there is a test match in England and it rains, everyone suddenly realises it rains. Someone contacted us to say that it was climate change. The climate must have changed a long time earlier in England. Arasu says, what did you make of KL Rawls batting today? Is it the best you've seen him play in England so far? I thought he was exceptional. He was dropped twice, but even sort of separate to that, I just thought he looked brilliant all the way through his innings. He's a good player who's probably never quite made the most of his talent at test level. I thought he was exceptional in this innings.
I completely agree. I thought he was excellent. I don't think he was dropped until after he reached 50. He showed how to play in English conditions. He didn't really push at the ball. He was patient and compact, and he'll be so frustrated. He gave it away, didn't he? Really deserved 100. I thought he was terrific.
Will Cooling says, these spinner all-rounders seem pretty handy. Do you think England could find one somewhere? Aren't you friends with one?
There may be faults on both sides, but it's very, very obvious. They're like a married couple who have fallen out and you know they love each other. I want to invite them for dinner. You know, there's such a lot to like about Moeen. And I still think at his best, he's England's best spinner. But I think he just needs a lot of love. And I think England are looking for some commitment from him and he's looking for some commitment from them. Just kiss him already.
Ashish says, just on today's performance, is Bumrah good enough to bat in the England top six? I can't wait for George's
Good
answer
question.
to this.
Well, yes. He's probably feeling the slips and keep wicket too.
He has improved his batting a lot. He was absolutely dreadful with the bat. I think it's great to see that he's putting in a lot of time there and really improving with the bat. Also, it's good that in this innings where he batted so well, he didn't concuss anyone. Because obviously he concussed Cameron Green in an A game. Always better when you can make runs without physically hurting the opposition players. Maya says, should Broad be dropped for the second test so that he gets angry and takes 8 for 15 in the third?
I think it was the anniversary of that today. I think it was 6 years ago today, that 8 for 15. Do you remember that?
No, I don't think I was there.
People have been writing off, including me, writing off Broad for years, and he keeps proving us wrong. One day we'll be right, but I would be a little bit cautious about suggesting he's at the end of the road just yet.
I think you should say he's at the end of the road because I think that's the point of this question, isn't it? Generally, when people say he's at the end of his road is when he plays better. Dre Harrison says, is Sam Curran a vanity pick for England given that he might not be quite good enough in a three-man attack or as a number 7, or for a three-man attack or as a number 7? Look, Sam Curran bowled very, very poorly. He bowled way too full, and almost every time he bowled full, the Indians made runs off him. When he overpitched, he was going at more than a run a ball, and when he bowled it on a length, he was going at 1 run and over in economy. That's a huge difference.
He's an all-rounder, so you have to remember that, and he did finish the first innings unbeaten with some valuable runs. Are there doubts about whether he's quite good enough with the bat or the ball? Yes, sure there are. But he's a really good cricketer and he can contribute in lots of different ways. So he's not a vanity pick.
His batting is supposed to be slightly worse and his bowling is supposed to be slightly worse because he has the ability to do both. That is how all-round cricketers work. Franzi has asked, will Anderson overtake Warne? And Ik Jasho says, what is the succession planning for when Jimmy retires? I mean, I can't see how he beats Warne, but I still can't believe he could actually pass 600 wickets. So I think with Jimmy Anderson, we just have to go, he's going to bowl until he doesn't want to. Or in this case, seems to be he's going to bowl until his wife is happy to have him around the house.
I thought you saw some succession planning in evidence today. I thought Ollie Robinson looks the real thing. I think he's going to play quite a lot of Test cricket. He makes it look pretty simple.
Oh, I certainly think he's a terrific bowler. I don't think he's a replacement for Anderson, though. I think he's
they're different.
Yeah,
they are different. But actually, in many places, that style of bowling, I think that style of bowling will be adaptable around the world. I'm sure that there'll be days when he has things to learn, but he bowls at great bloody length. That is half the job.
Will McPherson says, what was the biggest cricket story this morning? This is going to be like a really bad in-joke in the press box where you did something
No, not
stupid.
really. I was late because, one, I thought it was going to rain, and two, I was doing an employment tribunal for the former Derbyshire player, Tony Palladino, because I thought that was an interesting story. There's more than one story in town, you know?
We were accused of clickbait yesterday, and now you've just doubled down on it with the Tony Palladino news. That's all anyone's going to accuse us of.